What is the schizocarpic fruit? Hmm. No one? अरे कल की क्लास में हमने किया था टाइप्स ऑफ schizocarpic fruits also. So at least tell me the basic thing. What is a schizocarpic fruit?
Dry fruits.
Uh, okay, yes, it's a type of dry fruit. Very good. Multi-seeded fruit. Very good. Yes. Very nice. Yes, yes. Many seeds break into one-seeded Maricups. Very nice. Yeah, these are the types that you are telling me, Mukta. Yeah, momentum. Yes, Himanshu. Very good. Devang, correct. Yes, yeah, it's going to be having Maricups. Yeah, so basically, what is a schizocarpic fruit? जो पहले dehiscence हो सकता है, it can break first into small units called as mericarps, and once they make the mericarps, they won't be able to then further break again. So first they are showing dehiscence, then they are showing indehiscence. So they are going to be having a combination of both, that is dehiscence as well as indehiscence. है ना? Yeah, fine. Okay, okay. Then, yeah, fine. So this is what we had seen in our schizocarpic fruits, and we have seen some examples. I mean, the types of them, like lumentum. Then we had seen something called as regma, carcerulus. Yes, yes, cremocarp, है ना? Double samara. ये उसके हमने types देखे थे सारे, correct? Utricle, right? So these were the types of it. So Lumentum ka example, as I said, it was your tamarind, or it could be your groundnuts, arachis. Even that could be an example. So ये जो होते हैं वो multi seeded है, which will break into small single seeded mericarps and all that. That is all, like in general we had talked about, है ना? And then two seeded fruit, three seeded, I mean, fruit, है ना? So we had seen that regma had tricarpillary, and each of them broke into one mericarp and so on, right? And we had also seen the example of your jeera, सौंफ. ये भी मैंने आपको कल example दिए थे, है ना? Yes, that was your yeah, someone of you have given me also. Yeah, correct. This is the example of the cremocarp. Correct. Okay. So this is what we saw in yesterday's class for schizocarpic, and then we went into the details of the seeds. That is, especially we talked about the diploid seed and the monocot seed. I had explained something very important terms like hypocotyle, epicotyle, cotyledonary node, है ना? Then when we went into the details of the dicot seed, that time I told you that what is the difference between epicotyle and plumule, and what is the difference between the radical and the hypocotyle. Radical will give rise to the root, and plumule will give rise to the shoot, is what we had seen. Then in monocot seed, when we came, we saw in detail about something called as scutellum, aileron layer, coleoptile, coleoriza, है ना? ये सारे वर्ड्स हमने किए थे. Then for both the seeds, we had seen that the integuments get converted into something called as seed coat. So ategmic means no seed coat. Unitegmic means one integument, that is one seed coat. And bitegmic means two integuments, that means two seed coats. Outer one was testa, inner was testa and tegument, है ना? And then I told you, when we open the seed, you can see an imaginary axis or a groove at the center, which we call it as your embryonal axis, या फिर we call it as टाइजेलम, है ना? तो ये सारे की सारी चीजें ना कल वाले क्लास में जो हमने देखी थी, it's very important from your 12th standard point of view also, because as I said, there are 3 chapters which are based on these facts, है ना? So in detail we have seen yesterday about the seed, and now today we're going to go ahead with something called as the technological or the technical terms, okay, the technical description of these flowering plants, and what makes certain plants to come under the same family. Fine. So what makes them to come under the same, शेयरिंग बेसिस पे उनका क्या कॉमन शेयरिंग है. ओके, दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट इन डिटेल इन टुडेज क्लास. फाइन. So let us go ahead with our today's lecture. I hope anyone, whatever I use the words just now, is anyone having any difficulty with that? Hypocotyle, epicotyle, cotyledonary node, testa, tegmen, tigellum, funicle. और क्या क्या था कल हमने ऐसा ही एक वर्ड. हाँ, coleoptile, coleorhiza. Anyone is having any confusion with these words? Tigellum. Tigellum is going to be the imaginary axis. Tigellum is going to be the imaginary axis, which is going to be present as a groove in the center of the seed. Just as I said yesterday about the groundnut, when you open the groundnut seed, in the center you can see a groove or a depression that is going to be called as tigellum. है ना? Yeah, what you want me to explain? Hypocotyle, the region that lies below the cotyledonary node will be called as hypocotyle. The region that will lie above the cotyledonary node will be epicotyle. Cotyledonary node is the point of attachment of the two cotyledons to each other. That point of attachment is going to be called as the cotyledonary node. Okay. Yeah, what you want me to explain? Geocarpic fruits. Geocarpic are the fruits which are going to be fertilized in the terrestrial environment, and after fertilization the ovary, I mean the entire branch, will go deep into the soil, and then the fruit development will take place below the soil. Such type of fruits are called as geocarpic fruit. Your example of geocarpic fruit can be groundnut as well. Okay, fine. Anything else, beta? Anyone wants any other explanations? Sure. Okay. So we move ahead for the next concluding part of this chapter. That's going to be this we have seen. Monocot seed we have seen yesterday. Yeah. Semi-technical description of a typical flowering plant. Now, as I always say, that there was a time when we had to, put forward our ideas, or we wanted to express ourselves. We had to write long letters, or we had to write a message saying that I don't want to talk to you, I am angry, don't call me back. ऐसा ना हमें लिख के देना पड़ता था जिसके ऊपर गुस्सा आता था उनके ऊपर. And it was a normal phenomenon. Okay. Now that time what used to happen when there was some fight between your friends, or like something that uh, was not working the way you wanted to, है ना? सुबह सुबह मम्मा के साथ झगड़ा हो गया, जो भी हुआ, आई डोंट नो व्हाटएवर हुआ, जो भी हुआ, घर पे, बाहर, है ना? अब वो सारा गुस्सा किसके ऊपर निकलता है बेटा? वो जो सारा गुस्सा होता है ना, सी द एंगर इज a reaction of something that went against your wish, correct? But then that anger will be thrown around everywhere on everyone who is going to come in your periphery, correct? Right? This is the way that usually happens. Now if the person I know कि इसने मुझे तकलीफ दिया है, इसके वजह से मेरा दिमाग गर्म हो गया है, तो मुझे इसके साथ बात नहीं करनी है ना? तो बात नहीं करनी है तो what we used to do is to write, I don't want to talk to you, I'm angry on you, don't I'll never see you again in my life. ये सब ऐसा लिखना पड़ता था, है ना? आजकल क्या है? आजकल एक वो रेड फेस वाला इमोजी भेज दो, बात खत्म, मैसेज मिल गया जिसको जो मिलना है वो, हाँ या ना? जस्ट वन रेड इमोजी, वो जो रेड फेस वाला बंदा आता है व्हाट्सएप पे, बहुत घूमता है ना वो, मैक्सिमम यूज उसी का होता है क्या? हाँ, डू यू ऑल यूज दैट ओनली मैक्सिमली, दैट रेड फेस? या सो सामने वाले को पता चल गया है, नेवर ना, अरे वाह, इफ यू आर नॉट यूजिंग दैट यू आर ग्रेट बाबा. बट अब वो रेड फेस जो है ना, टिपिकल रेड फेस, वो एक बार डाल दिया तो सामने वाले को पता चल गया कि भाई कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, बेटर नॉट टू टॉक टू दिस फीमेल एटलीस्ट फॉर अ डे और टू, बाद में देख लेंगे, थोड़ा दिमाग ठंडा होने दो उसका. अब ये एक इमोजी ने मेरे 4-5 लाइंस जो मैं डिस्क्रिप्शन में लिखने वाली थी, वो सेव कर लिए कि नहीं, राइट? या फिर वो स्माइली फेस भेजते हो तुम लोग एक ऐसा थैंक यू वाला, वो भी है कि नहीं? रादर देन सेइंग आई एम सो ग्रेटफुल टू यू दैट यू डिड सो मच फॉर मी, एक स्माइली भेज दो, बात खत्म, शॉर्टकट, correct? So nowadays, the entire thing is so fast paced that we really don't have time to write down descriptions about something, right? So what do? Instead of writing the entire history, geography of that particular event, we better put forward the things in a very crisp and straightforward method, right? So यहाँ पर भी there are certain semi-technical descriptions which will, like help us to bring down that writing वाला part in detail. वो एक particular symbol दिखा, इसका मतलब ये है, ये symbol दिखा, इसका मतलब ये है, that's it, that's it, है ना? अब till today, I don't know you all know or no, but till today वो अपने WhatsApp में एक इमोजी है जिसमें वो हैंड्स फोल्डेड वाला इमोजी दिखाई देता है, ऐसे वाला, तो आई यूज्ड टू फील वो नमस्ते वाला इमोजी है टिल टुडे। नाउ दैट डे आई समवन टोल्ड मी वो नमस्ते वाला नहीं है, एक बंदा यहाँ से आता है, एक बंदा यहाँ से आता है, वो ऐसे क्लैप है। ये क्या है भाई, आई डोंट नो। ऐसे भी मुझे समझा है अभी अभी कि वो नमस्ते वाला नहीं है भाई, वो हाई फाई वाला है, मे बी, आई डोंट नो, बट इन, है ना, हाँ, बट इन इन आर बायोलॉजिकल टर्म्स ये कंफ्यूजन नहीं है। दिस सिंबल इज दिस ओनली, इट विल नेवर चेंज। उसमें ऐसे डबल ये करने वाला या कंफ्यूजन करने वाला कुछ कुछ भी नहीं है। ओके, so what are the symbols, what is the significance is something that we are going to understand today, and this particular content has been newly introduced into your syllabus. So every year, there are going to be many questions which will be asked on this particular topic especially. Fine, so please पे अटेंशन। ठीक है, यहाँ पर एक अजीबोगरीब टाइप का डायग्राम दिखाई दे रहा है पहले तो, है ना, और नीचे कुछ तो ऐसे सिंबल्स दिखाई दे रहे हैं। सो लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ ऑल ऑफ दिस। ओके, वेरियस मॉर्फोलॉजिकल features are used for description. Scientific language is used and presented in sequence. It begins with the vegetative character and it will be followed by a floral character. ये जो description होता है वो उसके points है, how the description is. A floral diagram and a floral formula are presented. Now, what is a floral diagram and what is a floral formula is what we have to understand. A fusion is indicated by enclosing the figure within the bracket. कुछ नहीं समझेगा, कुछ भी नहीं समझेगा जब तक मैं मेरे इसमें explain नहीं करूँगी. But right now, just understand what is written. Adhesion by a line which is drawn above the symbols of the floral part. The position of the mother axis with respect to flower is represented by a dot on the top of a floral diagram. अब ये सब जो है ना, ये पहले बार जब पढ़ते हैं तो लगता है भाई ये सब क्या चल रहा है, आई एम नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग एनीथिंग, ये वाला एक फीलिंग आता है। इट्स ओके, जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड नाउ व्हाटएवर आई एम सेइंग। फर्स्ट वी विल अंडरस्टैंड द फ्लोरल डायग्राम। ओके, सो ये जो डायग्राम आपको दिखाई दे रहा है, दिस डायग्राम इज गोइंग टू बी कॉल्ड एज फ्लोरल डायग्राम। फाइन, फाइन। नाउ हियर you can see a dot over here, ये वाला circle दिखाई दे रहा है, correct? This dot is called as the mother axis. What is it called as? The mother axis. This mother axis is nothing but it is the point through which the flower can be cut to make two equal halves. ठीक है, so वो जो point है उसको हम कहते हैं mother axis. Okay, come to the next particular part, that is you can see outermost ये देखो 1 2 3 and 4 ये दिखाई दिए 1 2 3 4 in a circle, right? Now what is the meaning of this particular structure? This particular structure is going to be the diagrammatic representation of the activation of calyx. We have done activations, valvate, imbricate, twisted, vexillary, quinquential, याद है? ये हमने किया था ना। तो ये जो कैलिक्स होता है उसका पोजीशन डिफाइन किया गया है। सो द आउटर मोस्ट वॉल इन अ फ्लावर इज गोइंग टू बी अ कैलिक्स, वी नो दिस, है ना। सो इट इज ड्रॉन आल्सो ऑन द आउटर मोस्ट रीजन। सी, कैन एनीवन टेल मी ये जो कैलिक्स है विच टाइप इज द एस्टिवेशन? Which type of estivation is it? Is it valvate? Is it imbricate? Is it twisted? Is it quinquential? Is it vexillary? What is the diagram से क्या पता चल रहा है? Two completely outside, two completely inside. Very good. What is this type called as? Yeah, one answer I've got till now. Completely inside, two completely outside. Come on, estivation हमने कब किया था रे? We had done it in the last class only. Last week, the last class भी नहीं. No answers, no answers. Why? Come on, quickly. Try to recollect. No, it's not vexillary. Vexillary में 5 petals होते हैं बेटा. Vexillary में 5 होते हैं. And vexillary estivation is seen only in case of your corolla. No one, only, what is this? Others? Come on, good morning. हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है आप लोग का? फटाफट बताओ बेटा. ये देखो, ये जो है ये सेपल्स है, 2 सेपल्स कंप्लीटली आउटसाइड, 2 सेपल्स कंप्लीटली इनसाइड. ये कौन सा वाला एस्टिवेशन है? स्नेहा सिंह, यू आर राइट विद द नेक्स्ट वन आल्सो. वेरी गुड. ट्विस्टेड में क्या होता है बच्चा? व्हाट विल हैपन इन ट्विस्टेड? यस हिमांशु, वेरी नाइस. वेरी नाइस हिमांशु, वेरी नाइस. Try to recollect these things. Don't keep this chapter as a backlog. It's my request. ये अगर चैप्टर अपने बैकलॉग के लिए रख दिया, ये अगर आपने बार बार नहीं पढ़ा, तो आपके मार्क्स चले जाएंगे बहुत गंदे तरीके से. Yes, Ishita Fenani, you're right, beta. You're right. You're right. No, Mukta, it's not vexillary. Vexillary में, if you all remember, there is something called as a standard or a vexillum. Then it's got 2 छोटे, which are going to be called as wings. उसके अंदर और 2 छोटे, which is called as keel. Very good, Parnavi. Even your answer is right. हाँ, Sneha Singh also is right. So, if you do remember, volvate was just touching each other but not overlapping. Twisted was overlapping in a very systematic way. That is, one part will be outside while the other will be overlapped inside. तो एक बाहर एक अंदर ऐसा वाला ट्विस्टेड पोजीशन होता है. दैट वाज ट्विस्टेड. इम्ब्रिकेट में ओवरलैपिंग है, लेकिन ऑर्डरली ओवरलैपिंग नहीं है. मतलब इट कुड बी 1 outside, 1 inside, 2 outside, 2 inside and 1 twisted. ऐसे एक अलग टाइप का दिखाई देता है. एंड क्विंक्विंशियल में ये वाला कंडीशन दिखाई दे रहा था, है ना. ये क्या था? ये क्या है? अपना क्विंक्विंशियल है, राइट. सो द एग्जांपल ऑफ, I mean, what I was asking or what I was expecting was quinquential. So 2 completely outside, 2 completely inside, it could be quinquential. But here you can call it imbricate because it is not systematically 1 out, 1 in. So those who have answered imbricate, I'll give you marks for that also. And those who have written quinquential, I'll give you marks for that also. Okay, fine. So quinquential या फिर imbricate, दोनों आंसर सही है. Fine. So this is going to be the activation. ये activation का description है in the floral diagram. ये जो है the second wall, that's the corolla. Look at this. ये corolla है. So what is the activation of the corolla? Just touching each other. Come on, just now I told you, just touching each other but not overlapping. What is it? Tell me. Good. Very good, Sneha. Yes. Then who else? Yes, we were right. Not overlapping, but just touching each other. Come on. Who else will answer quickly? Very nice, Himanshu. Parnavi, correct. So yes, it is volvate type of aestivation. है ना? So the first floral diagram का ये जो first wall है, that is going to show us the position of sepals, which is going to be called as your aestivation of sepals. The second diagram के अंदर का ये जो second line है circular, है ना, ये जो है it shows us the corolla का position. The third is this, ये butterflies दिख रहे हैं तुम्हें? Can you see these butterflies? These butterflies are nothing but it is the position of the stamens, and you can see it's a bilobed structure. मैंने आपको explain किया था bilobed structure क्या होता है, and in each lobe there are two pollen grains or microsporangia arranged, pollen sacs, sorry, है ना. So ये जो है ये 1 2 3 4 अंदर की तरफ है और these 1 and 2 बाहर की तरफ है. ये वाले type of stamen arrangement को एक particular word है जो मैंने आपको मतलब बताया था. Does anyone remember what is it? 2 long outside, 4 short inside. What is this type of anther position called as? These all things we have done earlier. So I want you to answer all these things. Come on. Yeah, good. That is Shravani, you have answered it correctly that they are the anthers. Excellent, Sneha Singh. Excellent, excellent. Okay, but इसी का दूसरा टाइप है. ये जो आपने लिखा है ना आंसर, उसका दूसरा टाइप है. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you all are almost right. ये रोल नंबर 16 है शायद आपका, स्नेहा. I don't know who has given the right answer. हाँ, even Shravani has given me the right answer. 2 plus 4, total 6 you can see. Anyone else who would like to tell this? Shravani and Sneha have given me the right answer till now. No one? Okay, you all are like, a bit confused about, यही मैंने आपको तभी भी समझाया था. There is a condition called as tetradynamis condition which is shown over here. Tetradynamis, tetra means 4, di means 2. So I had told you that time also कि please confuse नहीं होना. Tetradynamis and didynamis were the two conditions that we had seen. But di means 2 plus 2, only 4. While tetrady means 4 plus 2, that is this particular thing. So this condition is going to be your tetradynamis condition of the stamens. Okay. So imbricate or quinquential aestivation for calyx, volvate type of aestivation for corolla, tetradynamis condition for androecium, and here you can see the gynoecium having two carpels. ये एक कार्पेल है, ये दूसरा कार्पेल है, और दोनों जो है ना फ्यूज्ड है एक दूसरे के साथ. फ्यूज्ड है, देखो एक ब्रैकेट बनाया है इनके ऊपर. So both the carpels are fused. So what is that condition called as? Two carpels and fused together. Come on, I want the two words. Two carpels means what? And fusion between the two carpels means what? What are the terms that we use for description of such type of a condition? Come on, I can. Two carpels means, two carpels का हम कैसे describe करते हैं? अरे पूरा सिंपल फ्रूट खत्म हो गया तुम लोग. वेरी गुड स्नेहा सिंह, वेरी गुड, excellent. Come on, who else will answer this? Two carpels and fuse two carpels. Why only Sneha Singh is answering and others like only 2-3 of you all are answering? Mukta, Shravani, Sneha, हिमांशु, 2-3 लोग ही है. अरे एपोकार्पस मतलब फ्री है का फ्यूज्ड है बच्चा. हमारा पूरा फ्रूट का सेक्शन पढ़ा के हो गया, तुम लोग अभी भी एपोकार्पस एंड सिनकार्पस में कंफ्यूज हो. हाँ, हाँ तो इधर मैं बोल रही हूँ दे आर फ्यूज्ड कार्पेल्स. सो विल इट बी एपोकार्पस और विल इट बी सिनकार्पस? एंड बिकॉज देर आर टू कार्पेल्स, सो हाउ टू कार्पेल्स को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Marginal, marginal is placentation. Here we can't see the placentation. Polycarpillary is more than two, my dear. Two carpels means what? Ah, yes. Devang has answered it correctly. So two carpels simple है रे. Ah, yes, Parnavi. Bicarpillary, monocarpillary, bicarpillary, tricarpillary, polycarpillary. अब come on guys. हाँ, ये कब का पढ़ा के और कितना सिंपल क्वेश्चंस पूछ रही हूँ मैं. आई एम नॉट आस्किंग यू ऑल समथिंग वेरी डिफिकल्ट वाला थिंग. आई वाज एक्सपेक्टिंग कि मैं रीड करने से पहले ही फट 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 आंसर्स आते जाएंगे उस चैट बॉक्स में, और मुझे पढ़ने के लिए, तुम लोग का नाम पढ़ने के लिए भी टाइम नहीं मिलेगा. इज व्हाट आई वाज थिंकिंग अबाउट. You should be so confident about these terms now. Two carpels means bicarpillary. Fused means syncarpus. So many times we have used this particular statement. Bicarpillary syncarpus, tricarpillary syncarpus, polycarpillary syncarpus. So many times we have used this particular term. So why are you all taking so long to answer and still you are confused with apocarpus syncarpus condition? Huh? Please pay attention to whatever is being delivered in the lectures during the lectures. It's very important. Otherwise, it's of no use. All this process is a futile process for all of us if you're not going to pay attention. I had actually thought that there are almost 40 students sitting in front of me right now. I won't have time to read your names. जितने fast तुम लोग के answers आ जाएंगे for two carpels and fused condition के लिए. That is what I had actually imagined. Start studying, start studying. Time will run out of your hand. टाइम निकल जाएगा, कब निकल जाएगा तुम्हें पता भी नहीं चलेगा. ओके, वो ऑलरेडी क्लॉक चालू हो गया है तुम्हारा, सैंड क्लॉक जो होता है वो. बाद में 1 साल के बाद रिपेंड करोगे कि जब टाइम था तब टाइम पास किया, अभी टाइम नहीं है, अभी 1 साल और रिपीट करना पड़ेगा. ऑलरेडी जो बच्चे मेडिकल जाना चाहते हैं, फॉर यू ऑल आर गोइंग टू लूज योर, यू नो लाइक यू ऑल आर एक्चुअली गोइंग टू लूज दिस प्रेशियस टाइम. बिकॉज 5.5 years तो आपका एमबीबीएस के पढ़ाई में चला जाएगा, या बीडीएस के और व्हाटएवर, जिधर जो मेडिकल स्ट्रीम में जाना है, मिनिमम 5.5 years you want to put in. And on top of that you want to lose 1 more year for repeating this entire thing. When you have got time you don't want to study. कितना सिंपल क्वेश्चन पूछा है मैंने. So this is the mother axis, this is the activation. Even activation के लिए भी I was expecting कि फटाफट तुम लोग बोल दोगे. 2-4 बच्चों ने सही आंसर दिया है मुझे. बस जो रेगुलर पढ़ने वाले बच्चे हैं उनसे ही मैं अभी एक्सपेक्ट करना है मुझे. बाकी सब लोग सिर्फ ऐसे ही बैठे रहोगे. तुम लोग आ रही है, कुछ तो बोल रही है, जा रही है, उसका उसको पता, हमको क्या करना है, लेना नहीं देना नहीं भाई, सुनना भी नहीं है इसका. क्यों हम लोग सुने? लॉग इन करके टाइम पास करके घूम के आते हैं 2 घंटे के बाद. किसको पता चल रहा है? वो थोड़ी ना हमारा कैमरा ऑन है कि उसको पता चलेगा कि हम लोग बैठे हैं कि नहीं बैठे है ना. ये एटीट्यूड में चल रहा है कुछ बच्चों का. तो मेरा कुछ नहीं जाता है. आई हैव अचीव्ड व्हाटएवर आई वांटेड टू अचीव इन माय लाइफ. आई एम अ वेरी सक्सेसफुल फीमेल with respect to my career as well. बट तुम्हारा करियर खुद के हाथ से बर्बाद मत करो, ये मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है. अभी भी हैव गॉट टाइम. देयर इज टाइम टू हील, देयर इज टाइम टू मेंड योर मिस्टेक्स. स्टार्ट स्टडिंग genuinely. Every week, don't waste my energy and time in telling that you have to study, you have to study, you have to study. So in this particular diagram, this is the way the floral diagrams are drawn for every family. This is the floral diagram of the family called as Brassicaceae family. Brassicaceae family is going to be your radish family or mustard family as we call it. So mustard का, radish का जो family का description होता है, ये ऐसे होता है with the help of floral diagram. तो ये फ्लोरल डायग्राम हर एक फैमिली का अपना अपना यूनिक होता है. जैसा अपना अपना एक फैमिली ट्री होता है ना, यूनिक फैमिली ट्री अपना ही, वैसे ही ये फैमिली का फ्लोरल डायग्राम यूनिक होता है. ऑल द फ्लावर्स दैट विल हैव this type of orientation will be placed under the family of Brassicaceae. Is it fine? तो ये Brassicaceae family है और ये Brassicaceae family का floral diagram यहाँ पर दिया हुआ है. But in this particular diagram, can you tell me about the gynoecium का position, whether it is superior, whether it is inferior? ये कुछ बता सकते हो क्या तुम? नहीं बता सकते हो, है ना. ये इसमें जो है 4 कैलिक्स दिखाई दे रहे हैं, 4 कोरोला दिखाई दे रहे हैं, है ना. लेकिन उनका पोजीशन भी दिखाई दे रहा है. लेकिन एवरी टाइम ये डायग्राम ड्रॉ करते बैठने के लिए डिफिकल्ट है, टाइम नहीं रहता है. तो वी गेट ऑल different, all one more type of description which is called as floral formula. So this is the floral formula of your Brassicaceae family. Before I explain this floral formula, जैसे emojis का एक meaning होता है, ये floral formula के कुछ emojis है, उनका क्या meaning है वो देखना है हमें. So the floral characters and their symbols by which they are represented are as follows. If the flower has got bracts, then we represent this bracteate flower as BR in the floral formula. So floral formula में अगर मैंने BR लिख दिया, इसका मतलब होता है the flower will have bracts, it's a bracteate flower. If there are no bracts, I call it as EBR, E bracteate flower. If there is a bracteole present, then I will call it as BRL. मैंने what is a bract, what is a bracteole, ये सारा ना explain already कर दिया है, right? So this is your bracteole. If there is no bracteole, I'll write down the formula as EBRL, that is E bracteolate flower. Fine. This is the most important one. This is actinomorphic flower. Actinomorphic, zygomorphic and asymmetrical. ये 3 टाइप के हमने सिमेट्रीज देखे थे फ्लावर के. So what do you mean by the word actinomorphic? Very good. Yes, Shravani, very nice. What is actinomorphic flower? Very good, Shravani. Who else will answer this? उस सिमेट्री को हम क्या कहते हैं? कौन सा सिमेट्री कहते हैं? एक्टिनोमॉर्फिक सिमेट्री मतलब कौन सा? Yes, Neha Singh, good. Mukta, correct. Who else? फटाफट. Yes, Neha, correct. समीक्षा. बेटा वो symmetry at any plane. Yeah, correct. You can cut the flower from any plane to get to equal division. That is called as your actinomorphic flower, and that symmetry is called as radial symmetry. What is it called as? Radial symmetry. So radial है, इसलिए आप किसी भी एंगल से कट करोगे ना, you will get 2 equal halves of that particular flower. So it is represented as a circle and a plus sign at the center. So this particular emoji जो है, ये जो particular symbol है, इसका मतलब है it's an actinomorphic flower having radial symmetry. Is it fine? Got it? On the other hand, a zygomorphic flower is represented as a percentage sign. Yes, this is a percentage sign. Percentage sign का मतलब yes, very correct. Yes. Only one, yeah. It can be passed, it can be cut only through one particular axis. Yes, one plane. Correct. Okay. So ये जो है ये हमारा, yes, you're right, बाईलैटरल सिमेट्री. ये जो है वो बाईलैटरल सिमेट्री है. मैंने ह्यूमन बीइंग का एग्जांपल दिया था. अगर मुझे इक्वल हाफ में कट करना है तो टॉर्सो से कट करेंगे तो ये पीस और ये पीस मेरा अलग दिखेगा. बट एक प्लेन, ये ऐसे प्लेन में अगर मुझे कट किया जाता है तो मेरे दो इक्वल हाफ्स मिलेंगे, है ना. So I had talked about this when I had explained about zygomorphic flower. So zygomorphic is represented as a percentage sign. Okay. If the flower has what only stamens, we call it as a staminate flower or we call it as a male flower. That will be represented by this particular symbol, that is a circle and an arrow above it. ठीक है. On the other hand, if the flower is a pistillate flower, means if you have only the gynoecium, then it will be represented as a circle with a plus sign at the base. So ये जो है, this is going to be your female flower. And if it's a bisexual flower, that is, it's going to have male as well as female structures present inside the same flower, then we represent it by this particular symbol, that is सर्कल कॉमन रहेगा, ऊपर एरो रहेगा टू सिग्निफाई मेल और नीचे प्लस रहेगा टू सिग्निफाई द फीमेल. So this symbol is the one which is going to explain us that it is going to be what? A bisexual flower. Okay. If it's a neuter flower, we call it as N. Can anyone tell me what is neuter flower? What is a neuter flower? कोई बताएगा? Do you remember this word neuter? आई नो दिस इज अ थोड़ा सा, मतलब थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट नहीं बोलूंगी मैं, ये ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन किया था, बट बार बार हमने उसको यूज नहीं किया था. वेरी गुड हिमांशु, एक्सीलेंट बेटा, एक्सीलेंट एक्सीलेंट, वेरी नाइस, एग्जैक्टली. यस श्रावणी, वेरी गुड वेरी गुड. यस. सो न्यूटर का मतलब होता है इट डज नॉट हैव पिस्टल ऑल्सो. यस विभा. एंड इट डज नॉट हैव स्टेमन ऑल्सो. So it is lacking the reproductive structures. So no androecium, no gynoecium. It's going to only have calyx and corolla. Such type of flowers are going to be called as neuter. Okay. So if these the flowers are, see, mango is an example which will have neuter flowers also. It will have this apna staminate flowers also, pistillate flowers also, and bisexual flowers also. सो मैंगो पे जो फ्लावर्स आते हैं ना, अगर आपने देखा होगा मैंगो का अभी, यू नो, लाइक फ्रॉम द मंथ ऑफ फेब एंड ऑल, वो छोटे 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 येलो कलर के ऐसे बहुत सारे फ्लावर्स दिखाई देंगे आपको. इन मराठी वी कॉल इट आंब्याचा मोहर. तो वो जो येलो कलर का पूरा आम का पेड़ छोटे छोटे फ्लावर्स से भर जाता है ना बेटा, इतने फ्लावर्स है लेकिन आम कितने कम निकल आते हैं उसके ऊपर के, है ना. Because it's going to have neuter flowers as well. So neuter flowers are not going to involve anywhere in making a fruit because it does not have a gynoecium. Okay. So that is a neuter flower and it is represented as N. Calyx starts with the alphabet C, but it is going to be represented with the alphabet K, and corolla will be from C. So अगर फ्लोरल फॉर्मूला में K हम लिखते हैं तो K is calyx and not corolla. C is corolla. ठीक है. Perianth is P. Androecium is A. ये बहुत easy है ना. Androecium A, perianth P. Confusion किस में है? Calyx and corolla में. So calyx is represented with K and corolla is represented with C. ये point याद रखना है आपको. ठीक है. Staminode. If there are staminodes, it will be called as STD. What is a staminode? Can anyone remember what is a staminode? No, not tree stamens. What do you mean by the word staminode? मैंने आपको बताया था, don't get confused between staminate and staminode. No one? it's represented as STD, but what is the staminode? Ishita, you're right. You're right, perfectly right. Correct, Shravani, exactly. So the stamen is there, but it does not have the capacity to produce the pollen grains. So it's a sterile stamen. Okay, it cannot produce any pollen. It's a sterile stamen. So sterile stamen वाले condition को हम कहते हैं staminode. Staminate means having only stamens. The flower will have only stamens. That is represented as staminate. And stamen है लेकिन pollen नहीं बना सकता है. That condition will be staminode. Okay. So these things are going to confuse you all. These things are going to make you lose your marks. But you are not going to allow anyone to cut your marks because you are going to remember all these things. है ना? Fine? Yes. And last is gynoecium, which is represented as G. That is simple. It is simple. Okay. So एक बार देखो BR, EBR, BRL, EBRL, a symbol for actinomorphic, a symbol for zygomorphic, a symbol for male flower, a symbol for female flower, a symbol for bisexual flower, N for neuter, K for calyx, C for corolla, P for perianth, A for androecium, G for gynoecium, and staminode is STD. Have you all understood it very correctly? Anyone having any difficulty in understanding this particular part? किसी को है difficulty बेटा? Now can you all tell me the meaning of the symbols that you want to see now? ये देखो. Before that, ये देखो. ये भी बहुत crucial है. उसी का extension है. Whatever we are discussing. The number of floral parts are written at the right foot of the symbol. Right foot of the symbol. मतलब अगर मैंने K लिखा है तो K के नीचे इधर मैं उसके नंबर लिखूंगी. So if I write down K5 means what you understand by the word K5? K5 का मतलब क्या है? Come on, tell me. बोलो, what is K5? Very nice, very nice. Yes. So 5 sepals. Correct, correct, correct. 5 sepals. Okay. If the number is up to 5 or so, actual number of part is written. And if the number is much more, then the sign of infinity is used. अभी यहाँ पर है ना, ये font मेरा infinity का ले नहीं रहा है, तो मैं infinity का symbol पता है how it is, है ना? Yeah. More than one whorl or group or type of floral organ is represented by a sign of plus, and writing the actual number of the parts in the group of the whorl. For example, 5 sepals is K5. 4 sepals in 2 groups is called as K2 plus 2. Okay. Indefinite stamen is A infinity. तो यहाँ पर infinity का symbol है, ये देखो. ये infinity का symbol यहाँ पर डाला है. Fine. अब यहाँ पर और एक point आपको याद रखना है. देखो. If the floral parts of the series are united in one or more groups, united means fused together, the number of parts in is written within the brackets. For example, calyx, that is sepals are 5 and it is a gamosepalous condition. If it is a gamosepalous condition, यहाँ पर bracket आ गया. So 5 के इधर अगर bracket में 5 है, that means it's a gamosepalous condition. Bracket नहीं है, so it is polysepalous condition. Okay. Same goes for gamopetals. So if the petals are fused, a bracket will be present. If the petals are free, no bracket will be present. Okay. Androecium जो है, in case of androecium, if you see, there are 10 stamens and it's a diadelphous condition. I had told you something about the diadelphous condition. Do you remember what is a diadelphous condition? Diadelphy, monoadelphy, polyadelphy, syngenesis. ये सारे conditions मैंने तुम्हें explain किए थे. So do you remember what is diadelphy? Very good, Parnavi. Excellent, excellent. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, Shravani. Very good, beta. Very good. Yeah, I had explained this. That is, हाँ, ये so वही मैंने आपको बताया था डायडेल्फी का. एडेल्फी का मतलब क्या होता है? पहले कुछ याद है? You remember what is adelphi? What are fused and what are free? Who is fused and who is free? Chalo, I'll tell you. The filaments are fused and the anther is free. That is called as adelphi. है ना? And when the anther is fused and the filaments are free, that is called as syngenous condition. Correct? Yes. Okay. अब यहाँ पर adelphi है, मतलब the filaments are fused to form tube-like structures. करेक्ट? तो यहाँ पर जो है, अगर मैंने डाइएडल्फी बोला है और अगर 9+1 वाला डाइएडल्फी है, that means 9 filaments will be put together in a bunch and 1 filament will be kept outside. Okay, that is 9+1 arrangement which is called as diadelphi. तो 9 are fused ना बेटा, इसलिए ये देखो एंड्रोशियम कैसे लिखते हैं हम लोग, A 9 fused plus 1 which is free and 1 के इधर है ना, हमने ब्रैकेट नहीं डाला है, that means 1 is free, 1 stamen is not united while 9 stamens are united with their filaments. filaments का fusion है, anther free है ना? so that is what is your 9+1 with 9 in a bracket. so bracket का मतलब क्या होता है? fused. ब्रैकेट अगर मैंने नहीं डाला है, फ्री. Okay. Gynoecium is bicarpellary syncarpus. So here I have shown bicarpellary, 2 carpels लिखा है, syncarpus again fused है, इसलिए ब्रैकेट डाला है. Is there any confusion in this? Have you all followed this very nicely? Now, the epipetalous or epiphyllous condition of androecium is represented by an arc, इसको हम arc कहते हैं या connector कहते हैं, which joins androecium with the corolla और पेरियान as the case may be. So C and A के ऊपर अगर मैंने arc डाला है, that means corolla and androecium are fused. That is epipetalous condition. अगर मैंने P और A के ऊपर arc डाला है, that means it is your phylous, epiphylous condition. That means the perianth is fused with androecium. Okay. मैंने आपको गैन-एंड्रस कंडीशन के बारे में भी बताया था, एंड गैन-एंड्रस कंडीशन में क्या हमने पता किया था कि गायनोशियम एंड एंड्रोशियम के बीच में फ्यूजन होता है. So an arc would be placed between G and A. Is it fine? So these are the symbols, these are the short methods, these are the emojis which are used for explaining the entire family. Is it okay? तो पूरे फैमिली की कहानी जो है ये सिंबल्स पे अभी आजकल एक्सप्लेन की जाती है. लंबे चौड़े जो डिस्क्रिप्शंस हुआ करते थे, बट वो डिस्क्रिप्शन जब तक हमें पता नहीं चलेंगे इसका मतलब क्या समझेगा. if I say right now, epipetalous condition is shown by an arc between C and A. Now you don't know only the name what is epipetalous, what is the use of it, है ना? So what is epipetalous, what is epiphylous, what is ganaandrous, ये सारी चीजें by heart होनी चाहिए आपको. It should be done very precisely. And there is one more thing I am telling you all बेटा, ये चैप्टर एक बार हुआ मतलब हुआ नहीं होता है. ये है ना एक नंबर का सबलाइम होने वाला चैप्टर है माइंड में से. यू नो व्हाट इज सब्लिमेशन, है ना? पूरा वोलेटाइल है ये चैप्टर. ये आप जितनी बार भी पढ़ोगे ना आपको लगेगा कि मुझे कुछ नहीं आ रहा है. ये ऐसा वाला चैप्टर है मॉर्फोलॉजी. सो आपको लगा कि आज मैंने पढ़ लिया, चलो बात बात खत्म, अभी तो कुछ टेंशन नहीं है, आई विल सी नेक्स्ट ईयर ना. When you open the book even after 15 days na, you will feel array I don't recollect anything. So this is a chapter in your entire 11th standard syllabus. This is the chapter which has to be revised again and again continuously for 2 years, without which this chapter is not going to go into your brains. So please, again I'm telling you all, first thing, don't keep a backlog for this chapter. Second thing, एक बार रिवीजन करके कुछ भला नहीं होने वाला है. कंटिन्यूअस रिवीजन चाहिए ये चैप्टर के लिए, और बाद में नेक्स्ट ईयर, बिलीव मी, ट्रस्ट मी, okay, I've created doctors for the last 20 years teaching all these things, and those who have actually entered into this, you know, medical stream, fine, इवन टुडे दे टेल कि वो टाइम आपने जो बोला था कि मॉर्फोलॉजी बार बार करो, उसके वजह से हमारा सिलेक्शन हुआ, नहीं तो हमारा सिलेक्शन होना इम्पॉसिबल था। इतना क्रूशियल है ये चैप्टर। जो मेरी बात मानेगा श्योर उसका सिलेक्शन होगा, पक्का होगा। So my request to all of you all, please follow the instructions that your teacher gives you. Whoever, whichever subject, doesn't matter. Every teacher has, its own experience with, them, so that the things that they tell you is a word of experience, not just time pass ke liye. So this is a chapter which will actually, become the most favorite chapter by next year, because you will master it so nicely and you will be confident with it so much that then you will tell me, ki, now you ask us anything, we are ready with everything of Morpho. But that can only be done when you revise, keep on revising. एक के बाद एक, मतलब आज मेरा मॉर्फो का एक बार रिविजन हो गया, मैं कल से उसको वापस नए से स्टार्ट करूंगी. I'll not give a break, I'll not give comma also. एक दिन का भी गैप मैं नहीं लूंगी. I'll again start revising from the beginning. Only then you will come to that particular thing. So मैं वापस बोल रही हूँ बेटा, ये सारे टर्मिनोलॉजीज जो है ना, दे आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Okay. So epiphylous condition, epipetalous condition, Ganandrous condition, Adelphi, syngenous condition, Adelphi में monoadelphi, biadelphi, polyadelphi, with the examples. What is staminate flower? What are staminode flowers? What is monoecious condition? What is dioecious condition? What is aestivation? What is placentation? What is phyllotaxy? What is the description terms of the seeds? What are the modifications of the root? What are the modifications of the stem? What are underground modifications? What are subaerial modifications? What are aerial modifications? What are the type of venations of your leaf? What are the different types of compound leaves? What are the different types of modifications of the leaves? Then what are the different types of inflorescence? What are different types of flowers? What are the parts of the flower? What are the fruits? इतना सब कुछ है ना ये चैप्टर में, एक ही चैप्टर में, कि अगर ये रिवाइज नहीं करोगे ना तो ये पूरा का पूरा चढ़ जाएगा सर पे तुम्हारे. तो ये इसीलिए इतना जल्दी मैंने ये चैप्टर क्यों लिया है, just because you get ample of time to revise it again and again. So please do this, please do this. Okay. मैंने देखो हाफ मिनट में कितना सारा बताया आपको अभी के अभी, करेक्ट. सो यहाँ पर जो है ये देखो, this is the way we ultimately come to the end of this description. That is, superior ovary is indicated by a bar below the number of the carpel. I told you superior ovary, that is something called as what? Do you remember? Superior ovary, inferior ovary, half inferior ovary. हमने कुछ किया था. सुपीरियर ओवरी का दूसरा साइंटिफिक नेम जो हमने किया था, व्हाट इज इट बेटा? वेरी गुड स्नेहा सिंह, एक्सीलेंट. हु एल्स? वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस. श्रावणी, वेरी गुड. सुपीरियर ओवरी इज हाइपोगाइनस. वेरी नाइस. यस. inferior ovary is epigyne and half inferior was perigyne. ये सारे हमने विद डायग्राम किए हुए हैं, है ना? गुड. सो अगर सुपीरियर ओवरी है ना तो गाइनोशियम, जहां हम जी लिखते हैं ना, उसके नीचे जो है एक लाइन बनानी होती है. तो ये देखो, ये जो है आई शो यू ओवर योर, इसीलिए ये देखो यहाँ पर. नाउ सी, इफ इट इज सुपीरियर देन नीचे लिखते हैं. इफ इंफीरियर है तो देयर विल बी अ हॉरिजॉन्टल बार अबाउट द लाइन. एंड इफ इट इज पेरिगाइनस कंडीशन, सेमी सुपीरियर और सेमी इंफीरियर एज वी से, उसके बाजू में होता है. तो ये देखो यहाँ पर अगर फर्स्ट एग्जांपल देखते हो तो गाइनोशियम इज बाइकार्पेलरी, सिनकार्पस सुपीरियर. तो ये जो 2 लिखा है ना, ये जो 2 लिखा है ना, उसके नीचे में ऐसा एक लाइन बनाओ. ओके. अगर इंफीरियर ओवरी है ना तो 2 के ऊपर लाइन बनता है, ठीक है. और सेमी सुपीरियर है ना तो इसके बाजू में लाइन बनता है. Did you understand how we represent superior ovary? The line can be below the 2, or the line can even be below the G also. You can make it below the G, you can make it above the G, and here you can make it इसके बाजू में. Fine. So कहीं पर भी आप line डाल सकते हो, G के ऊपर या number के ऊपर, that doesn't matter. Okay. The floral formula of the mustard plant is, so this is what I was just explaining. Mustard plant is nothing but your Brassicaceae family, which we had seen just now in the floral diagram. Now please try to correlate this particular, come on, who will tell me what is the meaning of EBR? EBR का मतलब क्या है? अभी अभी मैंने explain किया था. What is EBR? Very nice, very nice. Yes, Devang and all. Yes, Pannavi, good. Very nice. Yes. No bract, ebracteate condition. Okay. ये जो symbol है, what do you mean by this symbol? Come on, tell me. ये जो symbol है, what is the meaning of the second? Very good, Parnavi. Excellent. Come on, others. Yes, Himanshu. Very good. Who else? Yes, Aryan. Very nice. Correct. Perfect. Shravani, correct. Come on, others. Fatafat answer de do. Yes. Yes. Swara, correct. Very good. Yes, radial symmetry, I agree, but it is called as your actinomorphic flower, right? Yes, Fiba. Good. What is the meaning of this symbol? What is this symbol? Very good. Bisexual. Excellent. Yes, Manan. Good, beta. Good, good. Yes, Mukta. Correct. So this is your bisexual flower. What do you mean by K2 plus 2? What do you mean by K2 plus 2? हाँ, कैलिक्स बराबर है सोनाली, करेक्ट, बट 2 plus 2 का मतलब क्या होता है? हाँ, 4 sepals arranged in 2 plus 2, that is quinquential estivation. Very good, Parnavi. Excellent, excellent. Okay. What is this? Calyx multiplied by 4. Calyx बोल रही हूँ, corolla multiplied by 4. Multiplied by 4 का मतलब क्या होता है बेटा? There will be in the multiples of 4. मतलब you won't have only 4 petals. You may have 4, 8, है ना? 12, 16 in the multiples of 4. ऐसे petals होते हैं. आपने, I don't know that you have done this anytime, but at least you might have seen this thing in the movies, ना? रोज का फ्लावर लेते हैं, एक पेटल निकालते हैं, कुछ तो बोलते हैं, एक नेगेटिव एक पॉजिटिव, एक नेगेटिव एक पॉजिटिव. हाँ या ना? देखा है ये नाटक? देखा है कि नहीं देखा है? मूवीज में तो देखा होगा, डेफिनेटली मूवीज में ये सब चलता रहता है. they take that flower. I'll not say what they say. You know what they say more than me. You know it better. Yeah, exactly. So ये जो पेटल्स निकालते हैं ना एक एक करके, भाई तुम्हारे बोलने से कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. It depends on the family. If it's in the multiple of 4, it's in the multiple of 5, it's in the multiple of 3. वो तुम्हारा नसीब. तुम वो अगर फैमिली के बारे में नॉलेज रखते हो तो तुम्हें समझेगा तुम्हारा आंसर क्या आएगा. हाँ या ना? सिंपल हो जाएगा ना फिर कि स्टार्ट किससे करना है. Anyways, jokes apart, but see, you see that x4 का मतलब होता है multiples of 4. Okay, so if you just focus over here तो देखो calyx भी 4 है और corolla भी 4 के multiples में है. ठीक है. What is the symbol this and what is the meaning of this? Come on. A2 plus 4. What do you mean? What do you mean by this? Very good. Now we all know. Yes, yes, yes. Correct, Shruti. Very nice, beta. Yes, Shravani, you're right. So it's tetradynamous condition and Rosham is in the group of 2 plus 4 arrangement. So ये देखो 2 plus 4. Correct. And अभी gynoecium के बारे में बोलो बेटा. What do you mean by this? How is the gynoecium? Superior है, inferior है, syncarpous है, apocarpous है, bicarpillary है, polycarpillary है, multicarpillary है, क्या है? What is it? Now it's not inferior बेटा. Inferior ये हो गया. ये देखो ये वाला symbol inferior हो गया. Very good, Mukta. You're perfectly right. Syncarpous, bicarpillary, superior. Very good, very good, very good. So ये देखो, when there is going to be द गाइनोशियम के नीचे लाइन मतलब एवरीवन लाइज बिलो द गाइनोशियम, देन द गाइनोशियम इज सुपीरियर. ओके, गाइनोशियम के ऊपर कोई आ गया मतलब क्या, बाकी सब लोग गाइनोशियम के ऊपर है तो गाइनोशियम बिकेम इंफीरियर. तो यहाँ पर जो है ये कंडीशन जो है ये कैसी कंडीशन है, सुपीरियर कंडीशन. ठीक है. इन योर सिलेबस, in your syllabus you have to learn only 4 families. Okay, and luckily or unluckily सारे families में superior ovary ही है, मतलब the gynoecium is superior in all the 4 families. तो उधर आपको टेंशन ही नहीं लेना है कि gynoecium आप superior है या inferior है आपके syllabus में. So whatever families we have to learn today ना, in all the families the gynoecium is always superior. So that tension has gone. Okay, so this is the floral formula of your mustard family, that is the Brassicaceae family. I'll just quickly go through this. Ebracteate conditions, bract absent, actinomorphic flower, that is radial symmetry. I can cut the flower of the mustard family in any plane and I'll get 2 equal halves. It's a bisexual flower. The androecium as well as gynoecium will be present in the same flower. The calyx is going to be arranged in 2+2 arrangement. So 2 of the sepals will be completely outside, while 2 sepals will be completely inside. That is imbricate or quinquential type of aestivation. The corolla will be in the multiples of 4. It will be in the multiples of 4. That is, it is going to be 4, 8, 12, 16, etc. Fine. And the petals are free because there is no bracket, so it is your free petals. So it is not going to be your gamopetalous condition, rather it is going to be your polypetalous condition. Okay, androecium is tetradynamous with 2 long stamens separated at the periphery, while 4 short stamens separated at the center. Okay, there is no fusion anywhere, therefore there is no bracket at all. Gynoecium is superior, it's bicarpellary and syncarpous in condition. That means it's going to have 2 carpels and both the carpels are fused together. अब इतनी लंबी चौड़ी कहानी एक छोटे से फ्लोरल फॉर्मूला में एक्सप्लेन हो जाती है. So it becomes a shortcut to understand the specialities of the families with the help of floral diagram and with the help of floral formula. Now, why do we require 2 things? एक ही floral formula बस क्यों नहीं होता है? Because the position, that is the aestivation, cannot be understood, right? Of the calyx and the corolla. Secondly, mother axis समझता नहीं है कौन से plane से cut करना होता है, right? Thirdly, there is no description about the this one अपना androecium का मतलब पोजीशन 2+4 है लेकिन कहाँ है पता नहीं चलता है. 2 सेंटर पे और 4 पेरीफेरी पे है या 4 सेंटर पे और 2 पेरीफेरी पे है. You don't come to know. So you require both. You require floral diagram also and you require floral formula also for perfectly explaining a particular family. Did you all understand this? ये जितना भी मैंने अभी कहानी बताया है उसमें से किसी में भी आपको कोई भी डिफिकल्टी हो तो प्लीज बोलना, बिकॉज इसी टर्म्स पे, इसी बेस पे, इसी नॉलेज पे we are going to go ahead with 3 more families which is a part of your syllabus. So please tell me, quickly go through this and please tell me if there is anything that you have not followed. Look at the formula and just tell me if you have not followed anything of it. कुछ भी नहीं समझा हो तो please don't hesitate. It's okay. I am there to explain. No, everything
Could you
understood?
explain the androecium and gynoecium last thing? How do you remember that?
Androecium is going to be 2+4. That means what? There are total 6 androeciums. I mean 6 stamens present. 2 are going to be long and 4 are going to be short. And I have not made a bracket over here. That means there is nothing called as Adelphi scene. अगर Adelphi होता था कहीं पर तो यहाँ पर bracket हो जाता था. Fine. And gynoecium में to make the gynoecium understand whether it is superior or inferior, it is going to be having a line placed on it. So if there is going to be a bar placed below, that means gynoecium ऊपर बैठा है, बाकी सब उसके नीचे है. So that is superior ovary. If there is a bar placed above, that means the gynoecium has been laid down and all other walls are above it. And if it is हाफ लाइन ऐसे अगर हम लोग उसको सेंटर में मार्क करते हैं, दैट मीन्स सेमी सुपीरियर और सेमी इंफीरियर ओवरी. थिन कार्पस है मतलब फ्यूज्ड है कार्पस, तो एक ब्रैकेट होता है. अगर फ्री कार्पस है, एपोकार्पस कंडीशन है, तो ब्रैकेट्स नहीं होता है. ओके, yeah, what's your doubt beta? It is tetradidymis condition. Yes, you're right, you're perfectly right. Tetra means 4, dynamis means di means 2, so 4 और 2 total 6. ठीक है, got it? Okay, anyone else who's having any difficulty beta, please speak, no issues. There's nothing wrong in clearing your mind and asking me 100 times the same thing. I really don't mind. Anyone? If you don't ask now and then you don't answer for the next 3 families, फिर मजा ले लो, बहुत मजा ले लो फिर. हाँ, क्या समझा है? चल, लेट मी सी क्या समझा है वो. लेट मी सी एक बार में क्विकली है ना. Just I'll go through this and the diagram as well one more time. See, this is going to be your calyx, right? The 2 sepals, that is this sepal and this sepal, are completely outside, while this sepal and this sepal is completely inside. So 2 outside and 2 inside completely. That type of aestivation is called as quinquential aestivation, or it's called as imbricate aestivation. This is the mother axis. Mother axis is going to be with respect to the flower, how it can be cut through which plane. Inside the calyx, the aestivation shown is of the corolla. So here the corolla is showing volvet type of aestivation, that is just touching the margins but not overlapping, right? The androecium is the third whorl, which is shown as 2 plus 4, that is tetradynamis condition. These 2 are towards the periphery and they are long stamens, while these 4 are towards the center and they are shorter stamens. The fourth whorl is going to be the gynoecium. The gynoecium is made up of carpel. Here you can see there are 2 carpels. This is one bean-shaped carpel. This is another bean-shaped carpel. These 2 have been placed inside this particular bracket, showing that it's going to be your syncarpus condition. So 2 carpels means bicarpellary and syncarpus. Okay, this is the floral diagram will make us understand about the positions, the aestivations, and this bracket will tell us how is the carpel. So in your floral formula, you will never understand the aestivations. फ्लोरल फार्मूला में आपको सिर्फ 2+2 समझा, लेकिन बाहर है, अंदर है, ट्विस्टेड है, इम्ब्रिकेट है, क्विंक्विंशियल है, वॉल्वेट है, ये कुछ नहीं समझेगा. जैसे कि C4 है लेकिन ये 4 ओवरलैपिंग है या नहीं है, ट्विस्टेड है क्या, इम्ब्रिकेट है क्या, ये कुछ नहीं समझता है. तो फ्लोरल डायग्राम हमें एस्टिवेशन एंड एंड्रोशियम का पोजीशन अच्छी तरह से दिखाता है. ओके, सो यू रिक्वायर फ्लोरल डायग्राम एज वेल. Then when we come to these particular symbols, BR, bracts present, EBR, bracts absent, BRL, bracteole present, EBRL, bracteole absent. The sign of a circle with a cross in the center is going to be your actinomorphic flower, that is radial symmetry. That means you can cut the flower in any plane and you will get always 2 equal halves. The zygomorphic flower is represented by a percentage sign. Zygomorphic flower is bilateral symmetry. You have to cut the flower only through a particular plane to get 2 equal halves. Then male flower is going to be your staminate flower, which is represented with a symbol of a circle with a arrows in a slanting position showing upward. Female flower will be shown with a circle and a plus sign at the base. A perfect bisexual flower will be showing both the arrows as well as the plus sign with the circle being common. Neuter flowers are represented by N. Neuter flowers are the ones which are sterile flowers altogether. They do not have androecium, they do not have gynoecium. Calyx is represented by K. Corolla is represented by C. Perianth is represented by P. Androecium is represented by A. Gynoecium is represented by G. And staminode is represented by STD. Staminode का मतलब होता है the anther is present but pollen cannot be made. So it's a sterile stamen. Okay, sterile stamen is staminode. द नंबर कितने नंबर्स है उस फ्लावर में, सेपल्स के, पेटल्स के, एंड्रोशियम के, गाइनोशियम के. इट इज रिटन एट द बेस ऑफ द अल्फाबेट. ओके, जैसे कि K5, C2+2, वट एवर द वे इट इज, वैसे उसका नंबर लिखा जाता है. अगर नंबर काउंट नहीं कर सकते, इट इज रिटन एज इंफिनिटी. रिटन एज इंफिनिटी. ओके, द साइन ऑफ इंफिनिटी इज पुट एज इन केस ऑफ ईयर. Then the condition, if it is gamo or it is poly, is represented by a bracket. If the whorls are fused, that is, if the sepals are fused, we call it as gamosepalous. Then a bracket will be, inserted with the number. Same for gamopetalous. Same for the androecium, that is adelphi. अगर दिखाई देता है तो भी आपको ये ऐसा ब्रैकेट दिखाई देगा. ओके, गाइनोशियम के लिए भी सेम है. ब्रैकेट मतलब फ्यूज्ड, नो ब्रैकेट मतलब फ्री, राइट. Then one point was that arc is meant, mentioned for showing the fusion between two different dissimilar worlds. तो हमने कोहेशन एंड एडेशन किया था, तो उसमें मैंने आपको पूछा था कोहेशन क्या होता है और एडेशन क्या होता है ना. तो वो जो आर्क है वो रिप्रेजेंट करता है एपिपेटालस कंडीशन, that is fusion between androecium and the corolla. Epiphyllous condition means fusion between androecium and the perianth. And Ganandrous condition, that is fusion between androecium and gynoecium, right. If the superior ovary here, then the superior ovary will be represented by a bar below the alphabet G or below the number. अगर inferior ovary है तो a bar will be represented above the G or above the number. Half inferior या half superior is represented by a bar on its sides, center में. Then if it's a syncarpous ovary, it will be shown by brackets. If it is apocarpous ovary, no brackets. Fine. तो ये पूरा का पूरा डिस्क्रिप्शन हमें सेमी टेक्निकल डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ एंजियोस्पर्म्स में देखना था, जो हमने देखा है. एनी डाउट स्टिल बेटा? अभी भी किसी को कोई डाउट्स है? Anyone has not followed anything or want me to explain one more time? Sure. Let's quickly go to the next three families that we have to learn. These are the three families. I have put all the families as a comparative chart, so it becomes very simple and very easy for you all to understand. So description of some important families which is there for your syllabus. आपके syllabus में जो है वही डाला है मैंने. Okay, let us understand them very nicely. First is Fabaceae family, also called as Papillonidae family या Papilionaceae family. You know what is the meaning of Papilionaceous? मतलब butterfly like. So the flower is butterfly like, therefore इसको है ना Papilionaceous family कहा जाता है. It is also called as Leguminosae family because all legumes belong to this family. So Fabaceae, Papilionaceae, Leguminosae, ये सारे के सारे एक ही family का नाम है. They all are synonyms. Fine. The second family that we have to learn is Solanaceae family. That is the potato family. So that belongs to your all potatoes जैसे जो है, they all belong to Solanaceae family. And the third one is the Liliaceae family. That's nothing but your lily family. Okay, so we have to understand each one with the same point. So ये मैंने comparison दिया हुआ है. Comparison के तौर पे जैसे ही आप पढ़ोगे ना, this will become very easy for you all to understand. If you read each one individual each now, so it will become very difficult for you all to recollect the things. But when you do it with a comparison, it becomes easy. Okay, so let us go ahead with the comparison. First is the vegetative characters. In Fabaceae family, the plants would be generally trees, they would be shrubs, herbs. There will be present of fruit nodules. They are going to be erect, they could be climbers. The leaves are going to be having your alternate type of phyllotaxy. It will have a leaf base with a pulvinous and reticulate venation. So many things in one bracket. ट्रीज है, श्रब्स हो सकते हैं, ट्रीज हो सकते हैं, हर्ब्स हो सकते हैं, इरेक्ट स्टेम हो सकता है, क्लाइंबर्स हो सकते हैं, ये तो ठीक है. रूट नोड्यूल्स, heard about this root nodules? Have you all heard about this, that the leguminous plants have got root nodules present on their roots? So हमने याद है nodulated roots करके starting में हमने modification of roots किया था. In that I had explained what is the root nodule. Yes, very nice Sneha Singh. Yes, it's the rhizobium wala only. Very correct. So what is the role of that root nodule? क्यों root nodule present होता है ये leguminous plant में? What is the function of the root nodule? What is the function of that rhizobium? Excellent. Who is this? Himanshu. Excellent, beta. Perfect. Yes, Vibha, you're right. Very nice. So the main function of the rhizobium in this leguminous plant is nitrogen fixation. है ना? So atmospheric nitrogen होता है. It cannot be utilized directly. So it has to be fixed in the plant via particular root. वो कौन सा रूट है वो हम आगे देखने वाले हैं in one of the chapters. But still, so nitrogen fixation के लिए these particular plants will have specialized structures called as root nodules. Alternate leaf, do you remember phyllotaxy? Alternate leaves, then opposite leaves, उसमें decussate and superposed, ये हमने दो types किए थे. And third was the world type of phyllotaxy. तो हमने तीन type के phyllotaxy किए थे. एक था alternate phyllotaxy, एक था opposite phyllotaxy, और एक था world phyllotaxy. In the opposite phyllotaxy we had done two. One was superposed type opposite and other was decussate opposite. तो decussate का मैंने आपको pens लेकर बताया था how it is, right? Do you remember this वाला structure? I had given you an example of ossimum, tulsi, right? So here also it's going to be alternate type. So it is not going to be your opposite type, it is going to be alternate type. It's going to have a thickened leaf base, that is swollen leaf base, which is called as pulvinous. ये मैंने आपको तभी stem जब पढ़ाया था ना, leaf and stem, that time I had told you all that leaf का जो stalk होता है वो swollen हो जाता है. That is going to be called as the pulvinous, है ना? Then reticulate venation. You know what is reticulate venation? That is entire network या जाली के जैसा बनेगा पूरा का पूरा. हमने reticulate venation के examples भी किए थे बहुत सारे, है ना? Correct? So any doubt in the words that is there over here in the vegetative characteristics for Fabaceae family? Any doubts? Understood every word of it? Pakka? Okay. We come to the Solanaceae family with respect to the vegetative characters. They are herbs, shrubs, rarely small herbaceous, rarely woody, underground stem in potato. तो ये trees नहीं होते हैं. Solanaceae families वाले जो है ना, ये बहुत बड़े बड़े ऐसे trees नहीं बनेंगे. Okay, they are herbs, shrubs. Okay, they are rarely small herbaceous and rarely woody underground parts उसके होते हैं Solanaceae family में. ये तो easy है. Liliaceae, मोनोकॉट्स है लिलिएसिए फैमिली, ऑल मोनोकॉट्स ही है इसमें, देयर आर नो डाइकॉट्स हियर। पेरेनियल हर्ब्स, यू नो व्हाट इज पेरेनियल? एनुअल, बाइनियल, पेरेनियल। रिप्रोडक्शन इन ऑर्गेनिज्म में मैंने तुम्हें ये तीनों टर्म्स पढ़ाए थे, है ना? सो पेरेनियल हर्ब्स विथ अंडरग्राउंड bulbs, corms, rhizomes, leaf with parallel venation. So I hope all these words are known to you all. What are bulbs? What are corms? What is a rhizome? What is a leaf with parallel venation? You know all these things. Anyone who is having any difficulty with these particular words, come on, tell me fast. नहीं? No doubts? Sure? फिर मैं क्वेश्चन पूछती हूँ तो जो स्टैंडर्ड 8-10 बच्चे हैं वही लोग आंसर दे रहे हैं, बाकी के लोग आंसर ही नहीं दे रहे। Okay, fine. So that is about the vegetative character. Inflorescence, Fabaceae family will have plants with racemose type of inflorescence. You know what is racemose. Solanaceae family will have it generally cymose, or it could be solitary or axillary. Okay, solitary means one single flower, एक flower, not in a bunch. ऐसे भी होते हैं, ठीक है? Liliaceae में it could be solitary, it could be cymose. It's often umbellate clusters. Umbellate clusters में you all remember मैंने आपको umbel और compound umbel पढ़ाया था in अपना racemose type of inflorescence में. So it could be solitary, it could be cymose, and it could be often in the umbellate type of clusters. Okay. Flower, Fabaceae is bisexual and zygomorphic. Why is it zygomorphic? Can anyone explain this point to me? Why it is zygomorphic? फ्लावर जाइगोमॉर्फिक क्यों है फेबेशिए फैमिली का? एक ही पर्टिकुलर प्लेन के थ्रू कटिंग क्यों होता है बेटा? एक ही प्लेन में कटिंग क्यों होने वाला है? वेरी गुड स्नेहा सिंह, एक्सीलेंट एक्सीलेंट एक्सीलेंट। यस मुक्ता, इवन योर आंसर इज करेक्ट, फाइन, ओके ओके, गुड 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 गुड, वेरी गुड, यस यू ऑल आर गोइंग राइट। सो जाइगोमॉर्फिक इसीलिए है बिकॉज ये जो फैमिली है इट इज गोइंग टू हैव वेक्सिलरी एस्टिवेशन। तो वेक्सिलरी एस्टिवेशन में 5 पेटल्स होते हैं, 1 लार्ज स्टैंडर्ड, उसके अंदर 2 दैट विल बी योर विंग्स, और उसके अंदर 2 दैट विल बी योर कील। तो आप ऐसे आड़ा टेढ़ा कैसे भी कट करोगे तो यू विल नॉट गेट टू इक्वल हाफ, so you have to cut through a particular plane only to get to equal halves. Therefore it is going to be zygomorphic type of a plant. Okay, Solanaceae and Liliaceae both are going to be actinomorphic, and all 3 are bisexual. Okay, तो ये पॉइंट थोड़ा सा समझ लो बेटा। ब्रासिकेसिए फैमिली जो हमने पढ़ा था अभी, even in Brassicaceae family it was a bisexual flower and it was showing actinomorphic type of estivation, correct? Either be all are actinomorphic, there is only one exception, that is Fabaceae. So please remember आपके syllabus के हिसाब से only Fabaceae family is going to be zygomorphic, otherwise all are actinomorphic. What is your doubt? Legumes like bean only 2 halves, but I am not talking about the seed na, I am talking about the flower na. Aestivation is with respect to the corolla, that means it is with respect to the petals and not with respect to the seed. The bean that you are like showing is going to be a seed, है ना? Okay, so that is your zygomorphic, actinomorphic, actinomorphic. तीनों का common point is bisexual, right? Calyx, pentamerous means how many sepals would be present? Penta means 5, है ना? So 5 sepals. Gamosepalous, what do you mean by the word gamosepalous? Come on, free or fused? Free or fused? Bolo. Yes. Okay. Imbricate type of estivation. I hope you know what is imbricate type of estivation. Just now also I've repeated so many times. Solanaceae family, Pentamerous, Gamosepalous, persistent calyx होता है इनमें actually. Persistent calyx, you know what is persistent calyx? and valvate type of estivation. तो देखो, calyx of Fabaceae is imbricate estivation and that of Solanaceae is valvate type of estivation. Okay. एंड लीलियेसिए फैमिली में ना कैलिक्स होता है ना कोरोला होता है, उसमें होता है पेरियांथ, इससे उसको है ना 3+3 पेरियांथिक कंडीशन में हम कहते हैं, दैट इज 3 टेपल्स प्लस 3 टेपल्स, ऐसे हम इसका डिस्क्रिप्शन करते हैं. सो हियर यू कैन सी पेरियांथ, कैलिक्स एंड कोरोला फ्यूज्ड, tepals are 6 which is represented as 3+3, often united into a tube, and it is going to show valvate type of estivation, so it's not going to overlap. Okay. The Papilionaceae family ka corolla is going to be Pentamerous, Polypetalis, Papilionaceous, and it will have vexillary estivation. It will have vexillary estivation. Pentamerous, Gamopetalis, valvate type of estivation. अब यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा गौर कीजिएगा बेटा, ये जो कैलिक्स है ना, कैलिक्स, इसका जो एस्टिवेशन है ऑफ पेपिलोनेशिया फैमिली या फेबेशिया फैमिली, इट इज इम्ब्रिकेट, while इसी का पेटल का अरेंजमेंट इज वेक्सिलरी. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दिस. सो इट्स नॉट अ रूल दैट जैसे एस्टिवेशन कैलिक्स का होता है वैसे ही एस्टिवेशन कोरोला का हो, ऐसा कोई रूल नहीं है. इवन ब्रासिकेसिया में हमने देखा था, इट वाज क्विंक्विंशियल फॉर कैलिक्स एंड इट वाज वेलवेट फॉर कोरोला. हियर it is imbricate for calyx and it is vexillary for corolla. ठीक है. Pentamerous, Gamosepalus, valvate, इधर कुछ नहीं है because there is perianth, right? Androecium, 10 in number, diadelphous condition, that is 9+1, Antherus dithecus. Solanaceae, 5 androeciums means 5 stamens. Epipetalis, come on, what do you mean by this word epipetalis? Quickly. एपीपेटालस का मतलब क्या होता है, बोलो. एपीपेटालस, एपीफाइलस, अभी अभी मैंने बताया था. व्हाट इज एपीपेटालस? सेपल्स एंड पेटल्स फ्यूज नहीं. Epipetalis is what? Just now I told you about epipetalis. Yes, Sneha Singh, you're right. Who else? Androecium में लिखा है उन्होंने epipetalis condition. Very good, Ivanshu. Yes. Stamen above the petals नहीं. वो तुम तुम्हारे हिसाब से, लैंग्वेज के हिसाब से तुम आंसर दे रहे हो बच्चा. Yes, Shravani, you're right now. You're right. Very good, Ashita. Very nice. Who else? Yes, Ashita. Right. Correct. Yes, Shreya. Correct. So stamens attached with the petals is epipetalis. मैंने अभी अभी बताया था तुम्हें. Epipetalis, epiphyllus, Ganandrus. मैंने कितनी बार रिपीट किया है आज के लेक्चर में ये 3 वर्ड्स. हाँ. So here it is epipetalis. Epi means above नहीं होता है यहाँ पर. Epipetalis का मतलब होता है the stamen and the petals are fused to each other. They are attached with each other. Liliaceae family में the stamens are 3+3 in a fused condition. That is bracket डाला है हमने. That is about the androecium. Gynoecium, hypogynous means superior ovary, monocarpellary G1, unilocular and many ovules. Solanaceae bicarpellary, that is G2, syncarpus, so 2 के बाहर bracket, hypogynous, superior ovary, bilocular, swollen placenta with many ovules. Liliaceae tricarpellary, G3, syncarpus, bracket, ovary superior, that is G के नीचे बार, trilocular with many ovules showing exile placentation. So आगे भी ये चार्ट है, लेकिन इधर तक जो मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया है इसमें किसी को भी कोई भी डाउट है क्या? अब आप भी कुछ नहीं पूछोगे, जब मैं पूछूंगी तो आंसर नहीं दोगे, है ना? ये ट्रेंड है तुम लोग का, राइट? दिस इज अ ट्रेंड. I understood everything perfectly. Good. Then we come to something called as how is the fruit? The fruit of the leguminous family is going to be, of course, a legume. Fabaceae को मैंने leguminous family पहले ही बताया था, so it could be a legume. Solanaceae family, it could be berry or capsule. Liliaceae family, it's generally capsule and rarely a berry. Rarely है, मतलब वो berry भी हो सकता है, but it is very rare to have a berry in the Liliaceae family. ठीक है? You know what is a legume? You know what is a berry? You know what is a capsule? I hope. I hope. मैं again बोल रही हूँ. Seed. Fabaceae family will have one or many seeds. Non-endospermic. What do you mean by the word non-endospermic? What is the meaning of non-endospermic? Come on, tell me. No endosperm is something which is like according to the name. हाँ, very good, Sneha. Yes, but something more to that, more than no endosperm and dicot. और कुछ बताओगे मुझे? Where is the endosperm? Where is the endosperm? नहीं, कल इतना मैंने अच्छा तुम्हें डिटेल में ये सब किया था. हाँ, गुड. यस. नॉन एंडोस्पर्मिक, एक्स albuminous, dicots, an exception was your castor. पूरा डिटेलिंग किया था. कम ऑन, ट्राई टू रिकलेक्ट दोस थिंग्स क्विकली. No one else is ready to answer. Wow, so nice of yours. अभी yes, Mukta, very good, very good, correct. I told you whatever endosperm was there has been consumed by the cotyledons, and now the endosperm is a part of the cotyledon. Yesterday I had explained everything in detail. है ना? Fleshy part of fruit. No, we are talking about the seed, not the fruit, beta. We are talking about the seed. Okay, so it is not fruit. कहीं पर भी नहीं है, ये seed की बातें हो रही है. Okay, Solanaceae family, seeds are many and they are generally endospermic, and Liliaceae are also endospermic. Floral formula of Fabaceae family is, yeah, that's why the cotyledons are swollen. You're right. What is this? Fabaceae ka floral formula. Actinomorphic flower, bisexual, calyx 5, gamosepalous, corolla 1 plus 2 plus 2, 2 in the bracket, that is 1 is your standard ya vexillum, 2 are wings which are not fused, and innermost 2 petals are called as keel या करीना which are fused. इसलिए उसको लिखते हैं हम C1 plus 2 plus 2. Very important for Fabaceae family. इसके ऊपर से Fabaceae family define होती है. So 1 is this vexillum, 2 are the wings, और इसके अंदर और 2 है. Those are going to be the carina or keel. Okay, so that is about your floral formula. Androecium 9 plus 1, that is diadelphi, 9 in a bracket, 1 free. Gynoecium is superior, only one carpel is going to be present. है ना? Solanaceae, actinomorphic, the bisexual flower. Calyx is 5, gamosepalous. Corolla and androecium is fused, that is epipetalis. They are also 5 and 5. And gynoecium is superior and bicarpillary. Okay. Liliaceae, actinomorphic. Then this is going to be your bisexual. पेरियांथ है वहां पर, इसलिए 3+3 into bracket पेरियांथ डाला है. Androecium is also 3+3 and gynoecium is also 3. It is also going to be a tricarpillary superior gynoecium, है ना? So this is the floral formula of all the three. Is it fine? Next we have got something called as the economic importance के हिसाब से examples. अब ये एग्जाम्पल्स याद रखना पहले ही तुम्हारे लिए बहुत ही मतलब आई नो मेनी ऑफ यू ऑल ना यू ऑल आर ऑलरेडी स्केयर्ड विद हाउ टू रिमेंबर द एग्जाम्पल्स, बट एग्जाम्पल्स बाय डिफॉल्ट याद रखने पड़ते हैं. व्हाट आर द एग्जाम्पल्स? पल्सेस लाइक ग्राम, अरहर, सेम, मूंग एंड सोयाबीन. Edible oil, soybean oil and groundnut oil. Dye is indigofera. Fiber is sunhemp. Fodder के लिए we use sesbania and trifolium. Ornamental के लिए we use lupin, sweet pea. Medicinal is मुलेठी. तो ये सारे एग्जाम्पल हो गए हमारे फेबेशिए के. अब इसको याद रखने के लिए एक छोटी सी स्टोरी बता रही हूँ मैं, सो दैट इट विल बी वेरी इजी फॉर यू ऑल टू रिमेम्बर दिस. स्टोरी पे फोकस करना. There is a farmer who is growing. There is a farmer who is growing all legumes in his farm. Okay, there is a farmer who is growing all legumes in his farm. What are the legumes? Gram, tuar, arhar, same. Okay, मूंग, सोयाबीन, जितने भी लेग्यूम्स है ये फार्मर जो है अपने फार्म पे क्रॉपिंग करा रहा है. Then he is going to take his crop and put it in a bag made up of sunhemp fibers. जूट की बैग कैसे होती है ना, वैसे sunhemp fibers की भी बैग्स होती है. So he'll take all his crop, all his produce, जो भी उसने जितने भी legumes grow किए हैं, he will harvest them. He will take all his crop. He'll pack it in bags of sunhemp. Okay, he'll go to the market and sell them. ठीक है? After selling, he will buy soybean oil, groundnut oil for cooking at home. तो जो उसने बेचा उसमें से जो उसको पैसे मिले उसमें से उसने क्या किया, ये सोयाबीन ऑयल और ग्राउंडनट ऑयल खाना बनाने के लिए घर पे आ गया. ठीक है, गॉट इट? घर आया, खाना बनाया, खुद ने खाया और कैटल को खिलाया. उसका जो कैटल जो फार्म में काम कर रहा है उसको भी खिलाया. क्या खिलाया? सेस्बानिया एंड ट्राइफोलियम, ये फॉडर उनको खिलाया. So there is a farmer who is growing legumes in his farm. He is taking his crop, packing it in sunhemp fiber के bags, selling it in the market, getting money out of it. From that money, he is buying the oil, that is soybean oil and groundnut oil. He is bringing it home, cooking in that. खुद खाता है और कैटल को खिलाता है फॉडर. वो जो फॉडर खिलाता है उसका नाम क्या है? सेस्बानिया एंड ट्राइफोलियम. ओके, देन one fine day his wife loves blue color के flowers. So one fine day he decides to grow blue flowers, the plants which are going to give blue flowers, and he crops lupine and sweet pea. Okay, after some days there is beautiful flowers of blue seen blooming in his farm. Fine. तो उसकी वाइफ इतनी खुश हो जाती है कि वो जोर से चिल्ला चिल्लाकर अपने हस्बैंड को बुला रही है कि देखो ब्लू कलर के फ्लावर्स आ गए मेरे घर पे. फाइन. अब उसमें क्या हो जाता है, उसके चिल्लाने से ना उसका गला बैठ जाता है. सो गले को ठीक करने के लिए उसका हस्बैंड जो है ना, उसको मुलेठी का सिरप देता है। मुलेठी इज हाईली मेडिसिनल फॉर योर थ्रोट इन्फेक्शन। ओके, सो वो जो फार्मर है वो क्या करता है, वो उसके वाइफ को मुलेठी का दवा दे देता है और पूछता है इतना क्यों चिल्ला रही थी, वो ब्लू फ्लावर्स देख के तुझे क्या करना था? So she said, I want to make a dye out of it and color my sari with indigo fera. Okay? So वो डाई जो है, वो डाई जो कलरिंग एजेंट है इंडिगो फेरा, उसके लिए वो बोल रही थी, वो चिल्ला रही थी, वो हस्बैंड को बुला रही थी. So if you remember this short kahani now, you will not forget any of these examples. Farmer growing legumes. Legumes packed in Sunhem bag. From the market, he sells this, gets money, gets groundnut oil, soybean oil, cooks, eats food, feeds his cattle with sesbania and trifolium. His wife loves blue color ke flowers, so he decides to grow lupine and sweet pea. One fine day, there are blue color ke blooming flowers everywhere in the farm. Wife gets overexcited, starts screaming, and that causes her sore throat. He gives her a medicine of muletti and asks her why was screaming. She said, I want to have the indigo fera dye for which I was screaming because she loves blue color. Is it fine? So this particular कहानी for Fabesh की है, please याद रखिएगा. ठीक है? The next is Solanaceae, उसके लिए भी एक छोटी सी, इससे भी छोटी कहानी है. There is a person called as पेटूनिया, उसका पेट बहुत बाहर निकला हुआ है, बहुत मोटा है और ऐसा एकदम पोलू पोलू पेट बाहर निकला है, इसलिए उसको सब लोग क्या बुलाते हैं, पेटूनिया बुलाते हैं. क्या बुलाते हैं? पेटूनिया. अब ये पेटूनिया जो है वो क्यों पेटूनिया हो गया? व्हाई ही बिकेम पेटूनिया? बिकॉज ही वाज ईटिंग ओनली एंड ओनली पोटैटो, टमाटो, ब्रिंजल, तीखा बनाकर, चिली डालकर, उसके अंदर बहुत ज्यादा चिली डालकर तीखा सब्जी बनाकर वो रात और दिन सिर्फ यही सब्जी खाता था. कौन सी सब्जी खाता था बेटा? टमेटो, पोटैटो एंड ब्रिंजल विथ लोड्स ऑफ चिली इन इट. इसलिए वो क्या हो गया? पेटूनिया हो गया. गॉट इट? क्लियर? देन one fine day he decided that I have to lose weight. One fine day he decided I have to lose weight. So he goes, he starts going for a walk. आजू बाजू के लोगों को, जब वो वॉक कर रहा है, वो आजू बाजू के लोगों को देख रहे हैं कि बाकी लोग भाग रहे हैं और मैं सिर्फ चल रहा हूँ. ओके, तो वो भागते भागते, वो भी भागने की कोशिश करता है और गिर जाता है. गिर जाता है तो उसके पैर में मोच आती है. पैर में मोच आती है तो उसको ठीक करने के लिए उसकी वाइफ उधर बेलाडोना का प्लास्टर लगाती है. क्या लगाती है? यू नो व्हाट इज बेलाडोना प्लास्टर? यू माइट हैव सीन इट. व्हाइट कलर का वो प्लास्टर मिलता है विथ होल्स इन इट और इधर ब्लैक कलर का एक सोल्यूशन लगता है. जनरली स्पोर्ट्स वाले लोग हैं ना, लगाते हैं, देखो, बैक पे, हाथ पे, पैर पे, वैसे डॉटेड. यू माइट हैव इवन सीन दिस, राइट? तो वो बेलाडोना जो है ना, इट इज वेरी गुड फॉर मसल पेन. ओके, तो उसका पैर में उसके मोच आती है भागने के वजह से, तो उसको उसकी वाइफ बेलाडोना का प्लास्टर लगाती है. नाउ ही कैन नॉट मूव आउट बट ही वांट्स टू लूज वेट. सो व्हाट विल हैपन? नाउ ही इज फीलिंग वेरी बैड अबाउट इट. तो अभी उसने खाना बंद कर दिया. खाना बंद करने से उसको आ गया वीकनेस. तो वीकनेस को ट्रीट करने के लिए ही वाज रिकमेंडेड विथ अश्वगंधा. Ashwagandha is very good for immunity. Ashwagandha is very good for giving you energy. Okay, so he was recommended with ashwagandha. So he started having ashwagandha now, right? And when he was having this ashwagandha and he was lying on the bed, there were many mosquitoes that started coming around him. उनको भगाने के लिए उसने क्या किया? टोबैको का पत्ता जो होता है ना, उसको जला दिया तो सारे मच्छर चले गए. ओके, आई कैन नॉट से उसने टबैको कंज्यूम किया. इट्स नॉट द राइट वे ऑफ एक्सप्लेनिंग. So it's better कि tobacco को जलाकर मच्छरों को भगा दो. That's a better option. Correct? So in this way, your Solanaceae family का description for examples ऐसे याद रखना है. Is it fine? Petunia eating a lot of potato, tomato and brinjal with chili, है ना? Becomes very fat, goes for a run, falls down, applies belladonna, wants to lose weight, so goes on a diet, feels weak, so eats a lot of ashwagandha एंड बेड पड़े पड़े उधर ही लेटे लेटे उसको बहुत ज्यादा मच्छर काटने लगते हैं तो टबैको का जाल बनाकर उसको भगाते हैं. इज इट फाइन? ओके. या इन होम्योपैथी इट्स इवन एन एक्चुअल मेडिसिन. या बेटा यस, बेलाडोना इज वेरी हेल्पफुल. इवन बेलाडोना ड्रॉप्स आर यूज्ड टू डायलेट योर आई के प्यूपिल्स, उसमें भी यूज होता है. ओके. बट ये कहानी फॉर योर एग्जाम्पल्स बहुत ही सिंपल तरीके से मैंने एक्सप्लेन की है. आई होप यू ऑल हैव अंडरस्टूड बोथ द कहानी. करेक्ट. एंड लिलिएसी के लिए ज्यादा कुछ है ही नहीं, एग्जाम्पल्स को कहानी की जरूरत नहीं है. इतना ही याद रखो, ऑल डेलिकेट थिंग्स कम अंडर लिलिएसी. ऑल डेलिकेट्स, all delicate things. See tulip gloriosa, these are very beautiful flowers which are very delicate. Aloe vera, again, you know, उसको आप prick करोगे, press करोगे तो it starts crying. That means it gives out that sticky substance outside, na? Aloe vera. So it's also very very delicate. Asparagus, asparagus जो होता है वो भी बहुत delicate होता है. I don't know if you have seen or eaten asparagus. It's good for health again. And colchicines is going to be your colchicum automate. ये जो colchicines होते हैं in cell cycle cell division chapter I had told you that colchicine will arrest the spindle formation at metaphase. So after metaphase the cell will not progress ahead into anaphase. So when I had explained you all cell cycle cell division chapter I told you about this colchicine. But कहाँ से मिलता है हमें colchicine? तो हमें मिलता है colchicum autumnale से, which is again going to be belonging to Liliaceae. Is it fine? Diagram के नीचे इधर देखिए, Allium cepa is also belonging to Liliaceae. Allium sativum also belongs to Liliaceae. Okay, so this is how the Fabaceae, Solanaceae and Liliaceae के examples आपको याद रखने में आसानी हो जाएगी. Hopefully Fabaceae and Solanaceae की कहानी याद कर लोगे तुम लोग, right? With this we complete this chapter of morphology, and in the next class we will go ahead with anatomy. Before that, any doubts, any difficulties? Anyone who is having any difficulties or any doubts, quickly, come on, tell me. जल्दी. है किसी को कोई भी डाउट? नो डाउट? सब समझा? चलो मुझे कोई बोलेगा अभी फटाफट, सिर्फ दो कहानियां चाहिए मुझे. एक है फेबेशिए की कहानी, एक है सोलनेसिए की कहानी. Who would try? Anyone who would like to try? I am there to help you. I promise I'll help you. Would you like to try? Just raise your hand. The one who would like to try, please raise your hand. ट्राई कर लो, मैं हूं ना एक्सप्लेन हेल्प करने के लिए. ट्राई करने में क्या जाता है? नहीं तो मैं किसी को भी उठाऊंगी यार, उससे अच्छा है तुम लोग ही हाथ ऊपर कर लो. रेज योर हैंड. अरे ऐसे कैसे? इतनी मस्त कहानी सुनाई मैंने तुम लोग को, and no one was ready to recite that same thing again back to me. What is this? Who would try? Come on. Karnavi, would you try? I'm there to help you. Come on. I'll help you. Karnavi, I'll help you. Come on, give a try. Shreyas, okay, I'll give Shreyas a chance, but चलो ठीक है, चलो Shreyas, try. I'll help you बेटा, अगर कुछ अटकते हो तो मैं हूँ, नेम्स के लिए मैं हूँ, बाकी कहानी तुम सुनाओ, अगर नेम्स साइंटिफिक नेम्स नहीं याद कर पाओगे तो मैं हूँ, डोंट वरी, कम ऑन टेल मी. यस श्रेयस, गो अहेड, अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ एंड गो अहेड. हाँ फार्मर वाला कहानी, यस यस फार्मर वाला. अरे श्रेयस कहाँ गायब हो गया हैंड रेस करके? ओके स्वरा, यू कैन ट्राई, कम ऑन, यू कैन ट्राई, ट्राई. Unmute yourself and try.
Yes.
Yes, try it out.
So there was this farmer who had a legume farm,
Yeah.
and he grew pulses like gram, arhar, sem,
Moong.
and soya bean.
Yes.
And yeah, so the produce came, and he went to sell them.
Yeah. In which bags
And
did he put them?
Sunhemp bags.
Very good.
And from the money that he received from those, he bought edible oil like soya bean and groundnut oil.
Excellent.
And he bought some fodder for his cattle,
Correct.
Sesbania,
Sesbania and
Sesbania and
trifolium.
trifolium.
Correct.
Uh,
Correct.
yeah, and
Then his wife.
then his wife wanted blue flowers, so for her he grew lupin and sweet pea in
Very
his
nice.
farm. And the next day they grew, and his wife got excited, and she shouted, so her uh, throat got sore. So for her he got medicine, mulati medicine.
Very nice. Very
And
nice.
so, and she was excited, and from those blue flowers, she wanted indigo fera for to dye her saris.
Excellent, Swara. Very nice, my dear. Very nice. Very nice. God
Thank
bless
you,
you.
Miss.
Very good, beta. Very good. Very good. Chalo, nice, huh? Very nice. First try and the best attempt. Very nice. Good. So who will explain me about Mr. Petunia, Chalo Solanaceae family? Who will try? Sarah, you will try? Come on.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So, ma'am, there was a man who is fat, so that is why we call him Petunia. And night and day, he would only have tomato, brinjal, and potato, which was very spicy because it had a lot of chili. And so once he went for jogging, but then he couldn't jog and he was just walking, but he could see others jogging. So he decided, why can't I jog? And he
Very
tried
nice.
doing that,
Yeah.
but he ended up getting hurt. And so his wife, when he went home, his wife gave him belladonna medicine.
Yeah.
And but then later, he still wanted to lose weight. And so his doctor prescribed him ashwagandha,
Very
because
nice.
that will help him gain immunity.
Yes.
And later there were many mosquitoes, so he burned tobacco, so the mosquitoes went away.
Excellent. So nice. So nicely said, beta. Very nice, Sarah. Very nice. Excellent. See, yaar, I mean, when you give a try, you're going to definitely get through it. And if you don't, I'm there to help you out. But Swara and Sarah, oh, S de Ajmera. Very nice, but very good attempt. And hearty congratulations to both of you all in one go at the first time without revising. You have done your excellent thing, beta. Excellent. Please keep it up. And others, please take that thing in yourself also, that you all are competent enough to speak like this way. Why are you so scared? मैं क्या आके तुम्हें मारने वाली हूँ क्या? मैं फिजिकल लेक्चर्स में भी किसी को हाथ नहीं लगाती हूँ, टेंशन मत लो, अभी इधर से तो मारने का सवाल ही नहीं है बाबा. हाँ. So anyways, with this we complete your chapter of morphology. In the next class I'll go ahead with the anatomical part. Very crucial. Don't miss it. See you in the next week. I think so there will be some changes with the days, I guess. Ma'am will let you know. Okay. Chal. Bye. See you all. Have a nice day. Yeah, only two. Not more than two. Only two. Okay. Chal. Bye. See you all.